All right. Hello, and welcome to another modern stream. Getting used to the new outlay in in Twitch is kind of a trip, but I think I'm getting a hang of it. So I might things my transitions might be a little bit slower today, so apologize for that in advance. I'm trying to get a hang of the new way that things are presented to me. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be playing some Urza Karn again. I streamed these a couple of days ago. We did very well with the deck. We went 8-2, I think. And throughout the league, I was figuring out things that I liked, figuring out things that I don't like. But since I'm very new to this deck, I wanted to I've been basically using lists that other people have told me that are very good. What we have right in front of us right here is the Lotus box list. The Lotus box guys are the ones that came up with the deck in the first place. They've been fine tuning it for months now, and this is at least one of the latest lists that they have been championing. This is what San Sayed said. He's been streaming the deck a bunch. You can check out his stream. And yeah, so this is what we're looking at. From the list that we played the other day, a couple of things are missing here. Number one, we are not playing any combo pieces, right? We're not playing a combo deck anymore. The only quote unquote combo that is left is Karn plus Micah St. Lattice. That is the only combo deck that we have left. We are actually kind of a full on mid range deck. One thing that you're gonna note is that we have one more land, first of all, and second of all, we're playing a one-off copy of Ever-Flowing Chalice to help kind of advance our game plan a little bit faster. So we have kind of like a ramp card right there, which is also a 0, which means that Ursa can tap it for mana. So it's not terrible. I like the idea of this, and we also have a one of Witching Well as a means to get card advantage and to get some card selection thanks to the scry. So yeah, this is card for card the list that they have been playing. Again, I don't like making changes to lists that people that are better than me with the deck have been tuning. So for sure, that like the first league or two, I will simply use their list, and we're gonna see how things go. Just gonna fire off the league and see how things go. Honestly, I've been enjoying this deck a lot. If I have to be honest, when I streamed it the other day, I just had a good time. Like the matches were just fun. They were fun and interactive. Same thing with the Death Shadow decks. Like those kind of decks, I just really enjoy playing. Uh, there are, of course, then there's Amulet, which is just my baby and like the best thing to ever happen to the modern format. And then there's like other decks that I don't really enjoy as much. Something um, like Tron and like that kind of thing. It's just that's not my cup of tea so much. I could maybe do Eldrazi Tron, but just like regular Tron is like, why bother? This feels like a fine keep. Mystic Sanctuary kind of painful here. But this should be, if we find any other source. Turn 1 Sulfur Falls, interesting. If we find, well, and this is actually not bad because this allows me to hold up the land, like still develop my play Gilded Goose on 1, and but it allows me to develop my mana. Basically, to be able to get value from this Mishra's Bubble, which is something I'm interested in doing probably. Serum Visions. Also, my opponent looks like they mulligan. They mull to 6. I love to play Tron like once at FNM just to do them dirty. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Tron is very good right now. Mono green Tron, I mean. I think Eldrazi Tron is actually quite decent. I think it's a fine deck. Uh, but yeah. Well, now because we're not gonna be able to ramp anymore, I think. Hmm. Yeah, I think I want to make sure that I have something to do next turn. Opponent has an island on top, so they're looking for lands because they kept top with the Serum Visions. So I want to make sure that I have something to do. So I'm hoping to draw like a 1 or 2 drop here. I guess that we got a little bit of the same with this Mishra's Bubble. So this food is going to enable me to Ursa next turn anyway. So I think I'm going to do this. There's a Misty on top, so we're gonna shuffle that away and get a snow covered island. And we're just gonna pass the turn. I don't want to show the Moxopal know the explosives. I don't want to let my opponent know that we have Ursa mana next turn if we want it, so maybe they will tap out. They don't. Alright, so no need to just like jam the Ursa into open mana. So I'm just going to play the Embry. It's still a very reasonable threat. We're playing around Mana League, by the way, which is very nice. There's a Cryptic in there. Okay, so this Mystic Sanctuary is actually able to get some value. Yeah, I think we just pass. We see what my opponent does, and then we're gonna get to use this Delta to... Yeah, so there's a Snappy. So it looks like we're just playing against some like blue-red control. Alright, so I'm gonna bubble myself. Oko? Yeah, we want Oko. I'm gonna keep Oko Loco on top. So opponent has 3 cards left in hand. No need to fetch yet. We do need to fetch now, though. Let's just throw the Yoko out there. They might be able to Cryptic here. Yeah, counter draw. We're gonna put the Cryptic on top. And then end step, I'm probably gonna bounce my opponent's Steam Vents, I think, to take them off Cryptic Man. Oh, that's great for me. So now we're gonna take a turn off to just Explosives on 2. Well, I guess that we could end step bounce the thing in the ice. Make sure that my opponent has no threat. Just play a little bit on instant speed. Turn target permanent to owner's hand, draw a card. They can counter this. It's perfectly fine. Another Explosives. So we know that one of their cards in hand is a blank. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. So if we draw a line, we can Oko and Ursa on the same turn. So I'm going to try to play into that. Play towards that. Down to 8 here. I'm not particularly scared of my life total because of the food. Nice. So we get some value. Resolving Oko there feels very nice. We can go up to 11 life, which means that we're very safe from Lightning Bolt and stuff. We have a preemptive answer to my opponent's thing in the ice. We have another answer to my opponent's thing in the ice. Bolt Dioko. Okay. Bolt Dioko. That is fine. So my opponent's hand is thing in the ice. And 3 unknowns. Gonna put a cryptic on top. Okay, so I think I'm basically forced to play the Urza this turn. Oh, never mind. That's kind of annoying. So I know they have a cryptic in hand and a cryptic and thing in the ice. They're keeping on top. I'm cracking explosives here because it entices my opponent to do something or play the thing in the ice. They don't. Ugh. I'm gonna play another explosive on 2 preemptively, see what my opponent does. They let it go. Okay. They play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do anything. I can wait for my opponent to like play some more stuff here. Like I know they have cryptic. But I have the mana advantage and I have the threat advantage too. 1, 2, 3. So I can put a cryptic on top here, which I think I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna do something on the following turn. Could we play Titan Shift? Seems really strong right now as a deck. I think that Titan Shift is strictly worse Amulet, Big Monkey. And by a fair amount. So we're gonna Mystic Sanctuary back the Cryptic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So now we have a Cryptic. Now we have instant seed interaction. They have 4 to Cryptic. So we could play the Yoko on Cryptic to Cryptic. I don't think I like that. So I think end step, I'm just going to Cryptic, bounce my Mystic Sanctuary, and draw a card. This means that I can kind of like start accruing value at my opponent's end step. Nice. I can start drawing multiple cards a turn, and I don't need to do anything. Like my opponent is kind of like the one that needs to do something because I already have an answer to whatever they can do, and I have like ways to answer what they're doing too. Snapcaster is fine. Again, we're not particularly afraid of what my opponent is doing here because we have the food here. I just want to make sure that I don't like die to like a blurry of burn spells or something. I mean, it doesn't play Valakut. Exactly, that's why it's the better deck, Big Monkey. Because it plays even better lands. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna blow this up. Turn target permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. Valakut is insane right now. I mean, we agree to disagree, it's perfectly fine. So now we have 2 cryptics that we're chaining together, and again, I'm just waiting for my opponent to do something. Because we don't need to be the first one to act. So we're just like treating this as a control mirror. To a permanent to its holder's hand, draw a card. Definitely okay with what's going on here. My opponent's not attempting to do the same, which is interesting. Wow, they're going to discard. Okay, I'm not gonna give them something to counter. Just gonna play my land and pass the turn again. They discard Blood Moon. Interesting that they discard the Blood Moon. Target players draws 2, that's fine. They're going to discard though, so like drawing 2 is not like the best line. That's a thing in the ice, which we're gonna bounce on my opponent's end step. Going to turn his hand, draw a card. It would definitely be nice to have like a Metallic Rebuke or something. Opponent goes to clean up face again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So if I play an island here and I play Oko, what happens? My opponent's gonna Cryptic. I Cryptic their Cryptic. Counter target spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. And then we can Urza. Force of negation pitching thing in the ice. Okay. So they Cryptic counter draw. We get got by Manalik here. Which is kind of a problem, but they do have the Manalik. Yeah, I wonder if I blinked too early. Remand. Oh, remand is fine. So they have one Cryptic in hand. They don't have a thing in the ice anymore. Or maybe they do have a second one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana total. Alright, so I can see what they draw. Archmage's Charm. We can't really con for anything good. I guess Stormwood Script is the only thing. Also, we're out of fetchable lands, unfortunately for us. Sure, glad we aren't playing Amulet this matchup. I beat Amulet with... I beat this deck with Amulet yesterday, actually. In fact, I might have beaten this player. We're gonna get Tormod Script. I guess we could have gotten Mycosynth Lattice. So my opponent has an Archmage's Charm on top. They also have a Cryptic. Oh, they have Magmatic Sinkhole. That's cute. Okay. Sure glad I didn't get the Lattice. So now my opponent's Snapcasters are not very good. That is 2 blank draws, which is of course pretty bad for us. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, things are not looking good anymore, I don't think. The Optic card on top. And this game has been a struggle. Look at that, an Astrolabe. Look at that, another Astrolabe. Witching Will. Dig it, dig it. Rice Cry 2. Great Creator. Opal goes to the bottom for sure. Do we like Great Creator? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is 4 plus 4 plus 3. These are blanks. I don't think Great Creator cuts it. I wonder how many charms my opponent is playing. Playing Emily at some PDQs and GP and Jace in GP New Jersey in 2 months. What things should I be knowing since it'll be my first completely relevant event with Amulet? You just got to do your thing, House of Mana. You just need to make sure that you're playing the games one match at a time, that you're not getting too ahead of yourself, and that there are some other recommendations, like make sure you drink enough water. That is, I cannot stress how important that is. Like, you have to make sure that you drink a ton of water throughout the event. Okay, so another blank and the card that we bottomed. Cool. I'm pretty sure they're not going to counter the Emery, because they can just bolt it. Okay, 1 Urza down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I just don't want to give them targets for Cryptic. Even if it's for some reason, the sense of the net deck. I mean, I'm net decking for value right here, basically. Okay. If they play the land, I'm gonna Cryptic them. I'm gonna Tormod script them. I might die to a Snapcaster. My opponent has only 1 remaining Lightning Bolt in their deck. Oh, but they have lethal. Oh, they had lethal. If they +2 the thing in the ice, they flip the thing, they bounce my guy. This random food is, it's kind of great. Gotta remember pack triggers. Well, that that is part of like taking the game one step at a time, as I was saying earlier. Hmm, you're not going to attack. All right, so I'm going to untap, I guess. The goose. So I'm gonna recast the explosives. We're gonna start there. They can spell snare me here, which would be a problem. They force pitching Jace. Okay. So now green mana for the goose. Four mana for Urza. How many cryptics does my opponent have? I think we have to run into Mana Leak here, unfortunately. Oh, this is only the second cryptic? Oh yeah, we're super dead here, aren't we? I feel like I got a jam though. Yep. Brutal. Alright, we're just like dead on board here. Yeah, our draws were not very good this game. Our draws were not very good. Yep, first strike and Temple. Alright, going to game 2. Do want this, and I do want these. These are the easy ins. Anything else? I don't think I want pushes. They're an answer to Thing in the Eyes, but explosives is just a more flexible answer. Embry looks kind of sketch against my opponent's Lightning Bolt deck. Karn also looks not great against. I mean, Karn just doesn't really do much. I think I'm actually going to shape all the cards. Like, neither of the cards that I can get back are particularly great. Tormod's Crypt can be interaction, but the thing is just having a Planeswalker is good. The problem is that that Planeswalker is not particularly effective. I think we're going to go with this. Yeah, sure. Like, this is just the kind of hand that you keep with this deck. Snow-covered island. Another Astrolabe. Sounds good. I could have played the Moxopal. I could have played this Astrolabe this turn if I played Moxopal and the explosives for 0, but I don't think it's good enough value, honestly. Alright. Would be great if we didn't draw this many lands. God damn it. Ugh. I could have represented Rebuke there, but it's kind of whatever. Come on! What the hell is going on here? What is that? Like, literally all lands? Is that all we drew? Yeah, so I'm definitely playing around Spell Snare here. So we're gonna play the Moxopal. Play the island. We're gonna play explosives for 3 with just 2 colors. So this makes sure that the thing in the ice is not going to be a problem. These draws have been horrendous. Want to make sure I don't just randomly mail that water to grave. All right. I think that is if they attempt to bolt the Emery. I think I rebuke this actually. Yeah, I think I want to rebuke this. If they can very easily have another lightning bolt, but that's fine. They do have another bolt. So here I think that my opponent is just trying to force me to use this explosives. I can get back the drawn in the lock if I want to. Don't forget to play around that nimble and obstructionist. Is that really a card, Freedmania, anymore? Like, if my opponent is playing obstructionist, they deserve it. Like, I will take my loss with honor. So, these draws have been hideous. Is there any way I could have drawn any worse than I have? That is the question that I'm asking myself right now. Is there any way I could have drawn any worse than I have? They return my land to hand. And cryptic. So I don't think I can afford to take that damage. So we're gonna do this first. And then the cryptic is gonna resolve. I can put back a draw in the lock in the top of my deck if I want to. It's basically a hard counter at this point. Slash removal spell. So we're going to Thoughtseize first. See what my opponent's working with over there. So I think I just take the Dispel here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, so I can play around both mystical disputes, which is hilarious. That's another irrelevant card. Cool. Guess we're getting back to Thoughtseize. We can shuffle it away if we need to. Wow, this have not been these have not been good draws. These have not been good draws. I think we draw the Thoughtseize and we pass the turn again. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So I can cast the Embry and I can still play Drown through both disputes. I guess I should have let on Thoughtseize. Yeah, I should have let on Thoughtseize before playing the Embry. That was my bad. Alright, so now we Thoughtseize. Force of Negation, pitch and Mystical Dispute. That's fine. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna need to use this Rounderlock to kill this thing in the ice. Draw 2. Yeah, I'm gonna need to kill this. Total target creature with convertible cost. Black and blue. In response to the draw, obviously, because I know my opponent's hand. So they're gonna get to draw 2. Yeah, we're not looking good at all here. So they're gonna get to cast the Jace. Sanctuary getting back ball. Yeah, they're gonna get to cast Jace, then Brainstorm. So I have basically one turn to top deck an Urza, an Oko, something like that. Like I just cannot wait anymore. Yep. So they're gonna draw the Bolt, they're gonna kill the Embry, and I just have one turn to resolve something. Otherwise this Jace is gonna bury me. Alright, let's move on to the next match. This was not my game. Yeah, that one was not my match. Let's move on to the next one. Oof. Those were some brutal draws. Like we we had so many good draws. Just wasn't meant to be. To be fair, when you don't get to resolve your things, this deck actually does have a fair amount of air. It cantrips a bunch, and it has like ways to fix its mana and stuff. But if you're not doing your thing very, very quickly, you can get run over. I'm gonna keep this hand. This is a turn 1 Emery. Then we get to crack both bubbles to make sure that we hit our next land drop and stuff. So I think that we're gonna do this in my opponent's upkeep. Because they might be playing a Thoughtseize deck, and if they are playing a Thoughtseize deck, let's say Mire. And then I want them to have the least amount of information when they Thoughtseize. Okay, so we're playing against probably Grixis Shadow. Well, they can't kill Emery? They definitely should if they can. Alright, guess I'm drawing one more card. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, so first order of business. Let's bubble ourselves as an Urza on top. We definitely want that. So when I keep it on top. Gonna recast bubble. And here we have an option. We can Everflow in Chalice, or we can Gilded Goose. I think I'm gonna Chalice. It uses my mana better. Cast with Multi-Kicker. And it's also harder for my opponent to interact with. They can easily just push my Goose, and then I don't get to draw a card with Urza, so... then I don't get to play my Urza on turn 3, I mean. So we're definitely playing against Grixis Shadow. So my opponent's drawing. We're drawing a Thought Scour. Okay. Good thing that they did not draw the Thought Scour their turn earlier, because they would have been able to to scour away my Urza, which would have been kind of annoying. Don't no Thoughtseize, please. Have an Inquisition. Is this a fish? Could be a fish. If they do go for fish here, oh, too late for that one, my friend. Moxopal. So I think I just Urza plus... yeah, I'm gonna Urza plus Goose. Now this is going to make a token, which is going to enable my Moxopal, which is going to allow me to Goose. Next turn they're going to be able to Angler plus hold up Stubborn, and also my Oko is probably not going to be resolving anytime soon. But if my opponent has a Snapcaster push here, then I think that they can push my Urza, but then I just untap, I play Oko, and I kind of just win from there. They need to have a second natural push here. Oh, they just have an Angler. Okay. Okay, what now? I kind of don't want to run this Oko into my opponent's onboard tricks. So let's spin first. Polluted Delta. Not great. Not great. Also, I have my breeding pool here, so I can't even make a food end step, which is kind of brutal. We could cast Oko, but it's gonna get stubbed. And that's also gonna make my constructs smaller, which I kinda don't want to. This is of course worse against my opponent's Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions, but that is that. I can get back a Cryptic that was milled with Emery. Might be worth doing. Yeah, I think it's gonna be worth doing. It's basically something that my opponent can stub at instant speed, but at the same time, it's something that they need to respect because it's instant speed interaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna play this tapped, and I'm gonna start making food tokens. while holding up Cryptic Command. Every turn that my opponent does not use their mana is great for me. So that was their draw step. So if they didn't do anything last turn, it stands to reason that they will not do anything either this turn. Huh. They just have that land. Snapcaster. So this is probably going to be a Snapcaster push, which then my opponent is going to stub. But what that means... Tap this, tap this, tap this, and 1. We're going to counter draw. It kind of doesn't really matter. Counter draw there. Oh, what? Okay. I think that I've been getting away with murder so much with this little trick. I think that people don't realize that the food tokens are actually artifacts. And I've been getting away with murder a lot. Like that interaction has come up multiple times already. So that's a blank. So let's start here. Sure, let's put a cryptic it on top again. We get to make some food again. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can play the Yoko, but if he gets stubbed, it's so bad for us. Yoko with cryptic backup, not good there. I mean, I think that protecting the Urza is good. I was expecting for my opponent to stub my cryptic, so they would have. If they stub my cryptic there, then I get to just untap and slam the Yoko, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. So I think I'm gonna play the Yoko here, actually. He's gonna get stubbed. And if it doesn't get stubbed, I just win. Alright. So this is just game. Point conceits, yeah. I just didn't have the stability. So we want drowns. We don't want Karns. We want pushes and we want trophies. Cryptic is kind of awkward. Like, I'd rather have the more the cheaper interaction. And as long as I can prevent my opponent from having a threat, things are good for us. You want bridge too? Bridge is very sketchy. I don't think I want bridge. Like, it's kind of like a last it's like a way to buy time, but as a one-off, we're not gonna see it very often. Our opponent is gonna be bringing in ways to answer it, like K command and stuff like that. And 3 mana for something that gets stubbed. Like, I want to make sure that I can trade even or good on mana, right? Like, that is how I win. Yeah, I was definitely. I think I'm actually gonna shave an Everflow. Yeah, I think Chalice is worse than the 4th Opal. But I was definitely going to shape something like that, because I don't want to have as many dead draws. And I could also see shaving an Opal as well. The only card that I'm like wondering a little bit about is the Thoughtseizes. The fact that we can like snipe a Mystical Dispute or something like that is kind of a big deal. So I feel like I do want the Thoughtseizes. Yeah, especially because like it's a card that we need to naturally draw. I think that bridge is kind of like in a deck like this. Bridge is kind of a liability, unfortunately. Could see shaping one opal, one these, maybe one explosives. Explosives is very good against shadow specifically, but doesn't match up well against angler. How you doing, cute bunny? And we're bringing in pushes as an answer to shadows. Yeah, let's do this. Just shave the cryptics entirely. Cryptic getting stubbed is just so brutal. Oh, we're doing great here. Mm, hmm. How do we like the triple embry draw? I honestly don't mind it. I think I'm gonna keep it. The Mystic Sanctuary is kind of awkward, but we have two turns to draw into something, so I think this is a fine hand. It is kind of awkward for sure, but I think it's a fine hand. What did we lose the previous game? We lost against Blue Moon. So I think we get a breeding pool here. We start on Goose. Get a food. Next turn we find a snow-covered island. So this Goose is probably dead. No, Scour. Okay. Drawing a 0 would be nice. Thoughtseize. My opponent's gonna see my hand and be like, what? We can get Anglered here. If my opponent has a fetch land, they have exactly enough to Angler. Yeah, smartly enough, they take the Rebuke. They got nothing? Huh. Gonna get an island here. Actually, the best way to do this is we make a food, we play Mox Opal, and then we play Emery of the Mox Opal. This way, we end up with Emery in play, but we also have. I guess that we could have done it the other way around, just like play the Emery first, but play the Mox Opal first, then play the Emery and hold up green plus Mox Opal. No, we would actually not have enough artifacts to make a food. So this was actually the perfect sequencing. Like what I did was the correct sequencing. All right, that's a watery grape. So I feel like we need to get value from Emery this turn. So I'm just gonna throw an Emery away. I'm gonna keep the one that's not summoning sick just to mill myself. There we go. And I tap wrong. Brutal. Brutal. Tapped wrong and got rightfully punished. So we're gonna make another food with the goose. That's all Embry's down. Hey, opponent found the land. Okay, so there's the angler. Gonna food. Then we're gonna bubble. They're probably gonna fetch, but dismember on top. Nice, nice. Thoughtseize. Hmm. So I guess it's better to Astrolabe just because it's a thing that is in play. Let's Astrolabe first. That's something that doesn't do anything. Oh, I actually missed sequence. I should have played Sanctuary first, put a trophy on top, then Astrolabe. Yeah, I messed that one up. Yikes. So they're gonna draw the Dismember. They're probably just gonna main phase Dismember this Embry. At least that's what they should do. This Embry got a lot of value though. Crazy how good of an interaction this is. Like Bubble plus Embry is just, it's kind of insane. Like just a 1 mana card that just draws you 2 cards every turn is kind of absurd. Alright, so gonna make a food end step. Then we're going to fetch for Sanctuary. We're gonna put Assassin's Trophy on top. I guess we're gonna crack one food just because we have the 2 mana like they're going to waste otherwise. So let's gain 3. Then we draw the trophy. We're gonna Thoughtseize first. Opponent stubs, that's fine. Now we are going to play explosives for 1. Done. Then we're going to trophy the angler. Trophy angler. And then we're gonna crack. So black, green. Trophy the angler. Then we play a land. Put trophy on top. Yes. Going to get bubble. Cast bubble. And now we have the shadow covered as well. This game's looking good. Hey Trex, how you doing? We're playing some Urza again today. See what my opponent's drawing. Street Race. Okay. Dismember the goose? Wow, yeah, that's a massive punt from my opponent. That is a massive punt from my opponent. Did they miss the explosives? Or they just wanted to force the shadow? So we're gonna draw the trophy, but then we're gonna just... Alright, sure. That too. So black, green, trophy or shadow. You can stub, and that's fine. If you stub this, I just replay the explosives with Emery. Arkham Astrolabe. Recast. So now we're holding up trophy mana. Drawing a fatal push. Okay. Well, we can't trophy anymore really now, because that's going to enable revolt. Yeah, things are looking good. Oh. Okay. Push resolves. Push definitely resolves. Tough breaks for my opponent. This deck seems so good. This is supposed to be a matchup from the whole game. You've been one or so away from just one. Yeah, like we've been like absurdly ahead this entire match. So I guess that I'm supposed to trophy right now. Yeah, I'm supposed to trophy right now. Because if my opponent draws a fatal push off the top, then I'd rather it not be active. And then I'm gonna play around discard spell here, and I'm going to use bubble on their upkeep. Like them not killing December when they could have. Look at that! Just like I trophy them on my main phase, so now the push that they drew is it doesn't do anything. Look at that! I should have definitely bubbled myself though. That was actually a mistake. But still, I'm happy that my play was actually rewarded. So I know that my opponent's hand has a fatal push, and that's all the info that I have. They could have something like a disdainful stroke in hand. I think I'm so far ahead that I can play around disdainful stroke. Like, can my opponent really afford to Thoughtseize here? Yeah, for sure. My opponent has made some plays that were pretty suboptimal. No questions there at all. That's a shadow. So let's bubble myself. Oko Thief of Crowns. Yeah, we don't wanna shuffle that one away. Make a food. So let's start by targeting explosives here. And we're gonna play explosives for 1. See what my opponent does. They don't do anything. So I guess we're gonna play an Oko. Mystical Dispute. Okay. Yes, we're gonna pay for Mystical Dispute. And this is why, like, Mystical Dispute is good and everything against Urza, but it's only so good against it, because it comes to a point where it's just too much, right? Opponent continues making not great plays. This forest, yeah. Engineered explosives, crack it. Yeah, my opponent has been not making great plays. Damping sphere, sure. One, two, three, four, five. Play Ursa. And now we tap 2, 3 to cast Astrolabe. Play land. Passage turn. We can't really activate Ursa because we will need to pay 3 extra for the damp sphere, so this game is just over anyway. Yeah, there we go. Alright, 1-1. Yeah, basically the key to that matchup was like we were able to always keep my opponent off of threats. Like my opponent was basically never able to resolve a threat, and then and they did make a couple of mistakes. They basically, the fact that they never answered the Embry when they had the chance to was just a massive deal, and they just like continued. They, for whatever reason, kept killing my geese when I had an explosives on one in play that I was planning to crack anyway, which was pretty sketchy, but whatever. What did we lose to against Randall? We lost against Blue Moon, but it was mostly like we just lost to, we just drew like a million lands. Both games we just flooded like crazy. Both just game 1 and 2, and my opponent just drew gas. This hand looks very good, so we'll keep it. Burn. I think this is actually one of the bad matchups for this deck, as I understand. All right. So we're gonna need something that cantrips me. So I'm gonna lead on Bubble. We're gonna see what we find. We find a Karn. We definitely do not want a Karn. So we're gonna shuffle that away. Play an island. Play an Astrolabe. We need like a Mox Opal, something like that. Another Bubble. I guess it depends on what my opponent's draw looks like. If they have a multiple creature draw, then we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. If they only have this Goblin Guide and like a bunch of like Syrian Blazes and stuff, then we're gonna be fine. But I understand that Burn is actually one of these decks' worst matchups. Hopefully we see Gilded Goose. Goose is actually kind of nice. Unless my opponent has an idol on here. Ugh. Eidolon is very good there. Lightning bolt on the top. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to erase this. Like, this Eidolon was too much. There's the Urza and everything. So I'm gonna take 4 this turn down to 11, 2 from the Eidolon to cast the explosives. Next turn I'm gonna take 2 more to crack it from this Goblin guy. That's gonna be down to 7. I am super dead so many ways, right? And I can't even afford to not fetch. Yeah, but I can't really beat this Eidolon, so I need to do this. Yeah, being on the draw was kind of a big deal too. If we had been on the play, we would have been able to play Oko right now and blank the Eidolon. My opponent gets to attack the Oko, but then I get to play Goose and gain some life back. I think we're just dead here. We're not gonna get to Ursa. So I know they have a lightning bolt, but that's it. That's all I know about. Rift bolt. Yeah, we're kind of dead here. It surprises me that this deck does not play brutalities in the sideboard. Well, this is it. So we're gonna play the Goose. We're gonna chomp. We're gonna take 3 from this. My opponent has a bolt, and I die to any burn spell from my opponent's deck. So my opponent would need to have. Oh, they have Charm here. Yeah, Charm is also. I cannot beat Boros Charm. I'm gonna make their dudes indestructible. Yeah. Yeah, I can't beat that. That's too much damage with that Eidolon. All right. So Fatal Pushes. Karn, get out of here. Drawing the lock. Yes, please. Cryptic is kind of sketch. Explosives, ways to get ahead on mana. Yep, that's it. Yeah, just overall our deck is just not great against this deck. And it's getting pretty chilly here in Los Angeles. Alright, now we get to the Beyond the Play. We get to turn 1 Goose plus Emery. Okay. The bad thing is this Emery doesn't really do anything yet, but like it's a solid start. We need to shock for it, which sucks. So Goose, Opal, Explosives for 0, Emery. Yeah, we whiffed. So if my opponent doesn't kill anything and we find a land off the top. Land off the top, please. Mox Opal. Okay. That one plays. So we blue. Blue. We're gonna play Mox Opal from hand. We're gonna choose to keep this one. We're gonna blue, and then we're gonna recast Mox Opal from the graveyard. Cast it, keep the untapped one. Blue, and voila. Turn to Urza. Sick. That's it. We can drown in the luck if we want to. We're just probably gonna chill. How do I feel about playing a fourth T-Wiz in Amulet? Yeah, I have never needed it, and just like the card T-Wiz is actually pretty bad in Amulet. Like it's a tapped blue source, so it's not great naturally. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of fourth T-Wiz. It's just very unnecessary, basically. Yeah, so now we're just gonna start gaining life with the food, I think. Just make a food. Embry, Mox Opal. Yeah. Turn 2, Ursa gets there, apparently. Alright, alright, alright. I'm into this. I think we just submit the same thing. That game was hot. Ugh. So no ramp, no interaction, and opponent keeps 7. I think we have to ship this. This is too slow. This is better. So we can throw one Emery. Let's see, Gobo. Engineered explosives. So bubble. So I can't really bubble myself because I want to Emery on one. So we're just gonna do this. Emery should have been a 1/3. I guess I actually want to bubble now. Another Goblin Guide on the top. Yeesh. That's a land. We need like a Mox Opal or something. Bolt Gobo. Yep. It's an Astrolabe on top. Astrolabe. Yeah, we're just dead. We're gonna get to kill the goblins, but it's gonna be too late. We're gonna have taken 10 damage from them by that point. 8 damage, I guess. No, 10 damage, yeah. It's too much. Misty and Metallic Rebuke. I don't think we can afford to draw this Metallic Rebuke. And my opponent's draw has been very good. Yeah, I literally cannot do anything. Yeah, my opponent being on the play game one. If I had been on the play game one, I would have had a shot. But like being on the draw, it just like it feels pretty impossible to win this matchup. It really surprises me. It really surprises me that this list has no collective brutalities at all, and they're choosing to go for the Thought Seize and Fatal Push and Dragon the Lock route. Like I would like to know what Team Lotus Box's approach is, like the reasoning for that, because like the Barn matchup feels pretty much unwinnable without it. Like we only won that game too because we had like the absolute nuts. Sure. These are like the hands that you have to keep with this deck. Windswept Heath. Put him move to 5, by the way. Arbor Elf. I just can't escape Ponza, right? And I of course draw like mono. Flooded Strand. Sure, I'm gonna need lands, so we're not gonna shuffle. That's maybe a little bit too many lands. I just can't escape Ponza, can I? Blood Moon? Pillage. Poggers. Poggers. And I even draw like cards that I am forced into to cast into Pillage. Feels bad, man. Yep, can't cast that one yet. Don't they have the cooler art Pillage? Pillage. Yeah, they have the cooler art Pillage. Alliances. Alright, let's go back to the game. Just getting distracted over here by the cool art pillages. Alright. Another Astrolabe. Holy crap. So many labes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. So if they don't kill the Embry, this means that we're gonna Urza next turn. Even if my opponent has like pillages and stuff. So we're definitely not blocking the tracker. We're just taking it for this turn. And we can actually Urza plus Karn. The Chandra? Oh, Karn Great Creator. I mean, fuck me anyway, right? Opponent should plus exactly on the box opal. Just can't escape the Ponza curse, huh? Can't escape the Ponza curse. If my opponent does not have another land destruction effect, we probably win here. If they do have a land destruction effect, then we probably lose. Please no LD, 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 please no LD. Please no LD, please no LD, please no LD, please no LD. Oh, they're gonna go for liquid metal coating. Yeah, so I'm kinda just dead. Unless I drew exactly like Oko here. Trinisphere. Yeah, my opponent got too cute here. Yeah, okay, so we're actually gonna win this game that we had no business winning. I mean, that happens sometimes. Your opponents just try to get a little bit too cute. Doing some things and some stuff. And then you just punish them. So we're gonna plus here, and we're going to attack the Karn with both dudes. This means that my opponent cannot minus without killing the Karn, which means that I'm not concerned about basically anything here. I think we just got them. We should have not won this game if my opponent had played properly. Playing Titan Ragnar leader facing Ashiok or Blood Moon every single round for 5 consecutive matches. What's going on? I don't know, Epic Divine. That sounds like a very tough time. Sure. You can't crack clues, opponent. My opponent could have exactly land plus LD effect. I'm not buying it though. Redundant Urza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I go for the same play from last turn. Attack Karn, attack Karn. Wow, they choose to trade there? Interesting. We're just gonna play this guy just to make the construct a little bit bigger and force the Karn plus there. They want if they want to trade the construct for the tracker, we're fine with that. They never see the third Ursa coming. They never see the third Ursa. Oh, nice. So now we get to Ursa and Oko. Sick. Blue. Blue. green. Astrolabe doing so much work. Opponent concedes. Well, it was definitely interesting. Karn looked very good. I feel like I want to shave some zeros because of my opponent's Karns. I do want trophies. Don't think I want Thoughtseize. How do you feel about subbing this member for Assassin's Trophy Titan, which 3 guy wrote for him? I mean, you can do whatever you want. Epic Divine. I I have always been an amulet player that puts a really high premium on being able to cast my spells. If you are okay with being greedy and just knowing that many times you're gonna lose games that you would have won anyway, if you have like the more impactful card but harder to cast card in hand, then that's fine. I I don't like that personally, so I don't build my amulet decks in that way. When I build my amulet deck, I try to make sure that I'm able to cast my spells always. What have we lost to? We lost to Blue Moon. I think I'm gonna take one of these explosives out. We can get it with Karn if we need to. Oh, a burn. Yeah, we lost to burn. I'm gonna keep this. We have turn 2 Emery, turn 3 Emery, if we need to. Opponent moves to 6. If we find a 0, that would be great. Alright, that one counts. So we play Goose. And I can't use the Mox Opal here, so I don't need to expose it. Our best draw next turn would be probably Mishra's Bubble. Allows me to walk on to. Nice. They drew like their one-off mountain or something. What happens when you don't play Amulet? You don't get that 80%. I mean, to be fair, like so far I had been getting this 80% win rate, so my opponent still has Blood Moon in their deck post sideboard, which is interesting. We can Oko here. I feel like I Oko. And I think I turn this into an Elk. Because otherwise they have access to 5 mana on my next turn. 5 mana seems like a lot. They can bolt the Oko, which sucks, but like denying them mana seems like the most, just like the best thing to be doing right now. You see, they have nothing. Got him. Okay, so we filter for green. Make a food. Emery. And I guess we create another food. Wait, I think we make it 3/3 actually. Yeah, I'm gonna make it 3/3. It protects my Yoko better. Maybe I should have made the explosives S3. Yeah, that was actually a mistake. I should have played the explosives for 0 and I should have made the explosives S3. That was the correct line. Opponent plays Mountain. The Ilks trade. Please tell me they have Force of Vigor in hand and that they only have. They don't have double green. Oh, Ponza, Ponza, Ponza. Play out for 0 to play around Trinisphere. I mean, we can elk the Trinisphere, so Trinisphere doesn't matter. And I really doubt that my opponent's playing Trinispheres in the main deck. Maybe they're playing Trinispheres in the sideboard. But yeah, like with elk already in play, I don't care. I don't care about Trinisphere. Like nothing that my opponent did there. I'm pretty sure that they just had a Force of Vigor or something, and they thought that they could cast it, but just they had 3 red and 1 green only. So the Albertos, that's hilarious. Um, so on the play, turn 1 well, turn 2 rebuke. Okay. Having the Sanctuary in hand kind of sucks, but I actually do like this, don't I? Yeah, I think I do like this. I think I do like both on top. The order in which I draw them is not particularly relevant. Waterlogged Grove. Aethervile. Well, please play something that I can counter. Sweet, and it was a good one too. So now the Opal is active, and I get to Karn right here. Rendering the vial worthless. I mean, they could have Force of Negation, I guess. Oliver D, thank you so much for that Twitch the tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold for the 8th month in a row. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, so they did have the Force. Alright. Good for them. Oko. Yeah, the fact that they pitched an Oko was kind of like screaming that they had a second Oko over there. They make a food. Drawing a land next turn. So basically, the only thing that could save Merfolk and turn it into a better deck was to play less Merfolk and more good cards. That's funny. So we're gonna be. I guess I'm gonna crack bubble, and then we're gonna draw two with witching well. Missed vine there. This is a big attack. 8. Think he'll advance eventually? I don't think so. I mean, the only problem that Oko has is that the play patterns just really suck. That is the only problem that it has. Like, it just really sucks when you are like behind against an Oko. It just feels really bad. Everybody has a bad time. But in terms of power level, I think the card is just fine. Bubble, Astrolabe. Another bubble. Goose. Kind of sucks that I'm not gonna be able to get value from this sanctuary, but I feel like I need to. I need to hold up cryptic mana here. Hallelujah for the Pioneers fight. Once upon a time, field are under $10 each now. Time to pick them up. Yeah, I did that over at Black Friday. During Black Friday, they were pretty cheap. Hashtag MTG Finance. Tropical Merfolk won a face-to-face open in Montreal a little bit ago. Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, it's just like this card made the deck reasonable now. Explosives. Silver Adept. Yeah. I mean, I need to blow up explosives on 2. But, like, I'm just losing to the Yoko. Which is very annoying. If I find my own Oko, then things become better. That sucks, actually. So bubble you. I just need to draw cards here. I can't get value from bubble. Bubble you. So my opponent probably has another trickster in hand. Emery, Astrolabe, Strand. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna attempt to attack the Oko. Opponent will probably flash in a trickster here. Oh, we get to trade? Okay. So now I can E for 3. If I E for 3, do I die? E for 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, blow it up. I take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9-10 if my opponent has a thing in hand. Black, blue, green. They might have deprive. I could have fetched a Mystic Sanctuary, put Cryptic on top, and then draw it off Astrolabe. I think this is better. Like, this actually answers the Yoko. Like, otherwise I just keep falling further and further behind to this guy. So I guess I'm gonna have to sequence this way. Mystic Sanctuary first. Put the Cryptic on top. Yes, then we're gonna draw from Astrolabe. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so if my opponent has a Trickster in hand, they had lethal anyway. So I couldn't have beaten a Trickster, I don't think. They're drawing an island. But if I get to untap, I'm probably gonna win. They do have the Trickster. Okay, yeah. So I couldn't have beaten a Trickster, I don't think. Because otherwise I just like the Yoko just like keeps going for keeps getting further and further ahead. But that is lethal. I guess I could have gained 3 life, maybe. Maybe that was okay. Drowns and trophies. Karns out. Cryptic out. Rebukes out. There we go. So we're gonna try to keep like the board under control. That is the game plan here. I think cracking the food is probably the correct line, but I doubt it would have mattered. So if we crack the food, then we can't answer. I guess we can answer the Yoko. Yeah, so maybe just cracking the food and not playing the Astrolabe was just better. I like this hand though. Explosives is very good against my opponent's deck, and this is a turn 2 Oko. Best way for my opponent to beat this hand is by having an even faster hand. Or having Force of Negation. I think it's worth going for the turn 2 Oko though. Kumena's Speaker. So that's actually kind of nice because it gives me something to do here. But I actually get to play the explosive for 2 instead of just playing out for 0 for no value. So I get to develop my board anyway. Yeah, that was not a good mill. Not a good mill. Just play a lord into my explosives. If they have another lord, they can answer Mayoko. But if they do, then they just are playing into my engineered explosives. Then I crack it. I play it for 1, and I'm actually in a great spot. So if they want to feed my explosives in order to kill this Oko, that's fine with me. And they also need to play another lord. That's the only way that they can get me. Yep. So they're gonna get towards the Yoko, but at a very high cost. The only sad thing is that right now my Embry is a 3/4 Island Walk, and after I kill these lords, it's not gonna be anymore. Feels bad, man. Force of Negation off the top. Good to know about that one. Pass turn. Opponent is not gonna be able to attack. I know they have force. Another Mock Sopal. Yep. You can't attack. She didn't need a second lord to do Island Walk. Yeah, so the lords don't need Outland Walk to themselves. So they can only Island Walk. They give Island Walk to other Merfolk. They don't give Island Walk to themselves. So because of that, my opponent was not able to attack through with them. It's gonna play a bubble. My opponent will probably force. They don't. Interesting. Like they're just losing to this engine, so it feels like it would have been necessary for them to force there. I guess I get to. It's better for me to bubble now. See what they draw. Oh, yeah, I knew about the Grove. That was dumb. I guess it's fine. Having the card in hand is good. Yeah, opponent just concede. Yeah, they just can't beat the value engine. Anything I want to change? I don't think so. Just realized that 28 cards in your main board either from War, MH1, or Drain. Yep. Yeah, this deck is basically a conglomeration of design mistakes from this past year. It's pretty naughty. Pretty naughty. But hey, here we are. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I can keep this hand. I can keep this one though. I think I'm gonna bottom the Drown. Like the Drown the lock gets better after I have already like used like a. Well, very happy that I kept this Assassin Trophy instead of the Drown lock. Basic Forest. Play Goose. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. My opponent kept that kind of hand? Brutal. Collector, oof. That's fine. It's a very hateful hand. I mean, this chalice is doing some work for sure. I'm down 2 cards because of it. But if my opponent doesn't have a dismember or something, I'm probably gonna be able to take over, I think. It doesn't seem like they do have it. So I can start making food, or I can start... Is making food better than spinning Urza? I have a bunch of blanks in my deck here, though. Alright, I'm just gonna try to get lucky here. The fact that I play my land already, it's kind of a... Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Alright, sure. We're gonna cast that. Skip the one that's not summoning sick. Free or says free. Free 2/2. I'm okay with that. Maybe I should have attacked for value. Trickster. Yeah, Trickster's fine. Huh, that's funny. Yeah, I guess it kills 0/0s. Very interesting. That's just a free attack for opponent, so it makes sense they attack, so that's why I'm blocking. So I think I'm going to take one turn off here. Maybe I should have done this the last turn as well, actually. Because that would give me mana to actually cast Trophy to kill the Chalice, and after I kill the Chalice, I have way more good draws. This also gives me, like, at this point I can actually like make a food and activate Urza. Spin. Brutal. I guess it's better for this to be in my graveyard than for it to be in my deck. I was whiffsky though. Certainly a whiffsky. This Chalice is doing some work. So I'm gonna block the one that we can. Okay, now it's starting to get a little bit more problematic. These are very bad draws. That sucks. That really sucks. So I'm just gonna play out some explosives here just to make more bulk and to grow the construct. I guess I can make an explosives for 2. If I make an explosives for 2, Chalice isn't doing a ton of work. Yeah, I mean Chalice is like basically blanking 2 cards in my hand, so it's definitely doing some work. But yeah, I think I'm going to make a black, make a blue, play this on 2. Also, I'm trying to figure out if I can race or not. I think I can't for now. Also, Bubble would be giving me so much information. That's a 2-turn clock now. That's a trophy. All right, we're going for it. And I think it's better for me to do it right now. Because it costs, if they have a force, it costs my opponent 2 cards. Please don't have it, 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 please. Ah! Yeah, I actually think this chalice did a ton of work. So this is just lethal. They can't win anymore. Yep. We got by the chalice. Chalice into oof. If my opponent had not had either the chalice or the oof, or the second force of negation, like we were definitely beating. We were basically beating everything, right? Like if my opponent needs to have both forces, the oof and the chalice. If one of the pieces is not there, then I think we actually win this game pretty handily. But they just had all of those. No, I think it's correct for me to try, attempt to kill the oof right now. Turn you Oko, I think I was about to tap the foods for mana with Ursa because you could have trophy the same turn if not. Tapping the Ursa doesn't mean that I cannot. Tapping the food doesn't mean that I can't use them for Goose. Like we can do that. Well, we got pretty hard this league. 2-3 final record. So we're some tough draws there. We're gonna play another league. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Hit that like and subscribe button if you are into it. And I will see you in the next league, which you can find in the link right below this in the description. Bye bye.